This morning, we're actually answering questions about immigration. Part of our special series, Answers for America. It's something you'll only see here on Morning in America. And I'm joined by immigration lawyer Renata Castro, who is here with me now. Thank you so much, Renata, for being with us. Let's take a question from our viewer in Columbus, Ohio. This is Patricia.
What is the criteria for seeking asylum in the U.S.? And how many people in the world meet that criteria?
All right, Renata.
What a great question. Asylum seekers must show the U.S. government that they have a fear for their lives, irrespective of where they come from. If they can show that they have suffered persecution, a threat to their lives as a result of their political opinion, national origin, their religion, as a result of belonging in a particular social group, or as a result of their race, virtually anyone who fits into that criteria can request asylum. It doesn't mean that they will have asylum granted, though, because the case sometimes takes so long that the origin of the threat can change, which is sometimes the case with someone who has a fear as a result of their political opinion.
And I just had to ask a follow-up question, too, because a lot of times, and it seems as though in the media, we're hearing this term asylum seekers being used as an overarching description of every person who comes into this country illegally or surrenders to Border Patrol. But that's not true.
I believe that the viewers must know that seeking asylum is a right codified in law. And there's no other way to seek asylum other than presenting oneself at the border. These thousands, if not millions of individuals coming to the border are doing the right thing. It is wrong to come to the United States and not seek asylum and cross the border. And so it's important to acknowledge the difference. These individuals are coming to the United States out of desperation and to protect their lives and their loved ones. They're doing what the U.S. law allows them to do.
Let's get to another question from our viewer, Patricia. Let's listen.
How does the flood of asylum seekers affect legal immigration right now?
It's very important to recognize that the influx of individuals seeking asylum is part of legal immigration. They are pursuing a legal right. The U.S. government is not prepared to deal with any influx of migrants into the United States because immigration courts are one of the most ill-equipped courts in the country. They are not separate courts as in a regular judicial system. It is expected that all cases will be delayed, but not only because there's a perception of an influx of individuals. The United States is the most resilient economy, the safest country in the world. It is only reasonable that everyone still has, outside of the United States, still has alive the willingness to pursue their American dream. And that is going to create a burden, an additional burden on the U.S. immigration system.
But how does that get resolved? And we only have about 40 seconds, Renata. But the fact is that the legal pathways to immigration have long been deadlocked by just the sheer number of people who are attempting to go through that process.
The United States government is trying to do currently everything it can to expedite processes, but it is a complex multi-layer process that requires background checks and vetting, international vetting, and therefore it is not going to be the impact of individuals coming from the border that will create a burden on legal migration. Courts are separate from the U.S. immigration agencies. However, they're both overloaded with just general demand.
Yeah, general demand and people who are saying they come to this country because they want to seek asylum. But again, like you said, there has to be a burden of proof for those claims. Renata Castro, thank you for joining us. And thank you to our viewer, Patricia. I hope you got your questions answered sufficiently. You can send us your questions at newsnationnow.com/answers for America. We'll get your answers live right here on Morning in America. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.